guys, your favorite three slip fielders are back. I'm Raj, standing on the middle, second slip. Homeboy Chai. Where are you again, Chai? Is it the first slip?
First slip.
First
I
slip.
think so. I think so. I've been dropping quite a few there.
But I feel like Randeep at the third slip needs to be demoted to maybe Gully. Because that man...
I got the silly points. I got the silly points.
Fine. We need the silly points. We need the silly points. All right, bring him back. Bring him back. Bring him back.
Yeah.
Boys, how good was that welcome home from India, I guess. So many people.
I'm disappointed I wasn't there because that was unbelievable.
To be honest,
no, actually, I take that back. Sorry, I wish I was that guy on the tree. I wish I was.
Nope. I don't want to be anywhere close to that place. Imagine getting out of that place. That road's called Marine Drive.
Yeah,
Marine.
It's locked.
There's no drive happening over there.
No, but I did say it was pretty good because I saw an ambulance go past and there was this gap open up and ambulance just went.
Oh wow! So an ambulance actually.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was pretty nice to see. You know, we celebrate the game, but do it responsibly as well. So ambulance people are just making their ways out of.
I saw that.
Pretty good to see.
It's so funny.
I think
the team had to stay in West Indies for a couple more days because of the
Oh yes.
They finally make it back.
Well, it was a well-deserved wait and a well-deserved welcome back.
Yeah.
The highlight of all the celebrations was Rahul Dravid for me. You've always seen his calm, relaxed, composed side. It was nice to see the other side where, hey, I don't have a job. I've basically finished on a very high as well. And this is me celebrating to the max.
But the best part in that was, I think he said he was going to quit after that 50 over World Cup. And then Rohit convinced him to stay on.
Yeah.
Just this last leg with us and then you can leave.
Oh man. Rohit convinced Dravid to stay back. He managed to get Kohli into the playing 11 and he kept supporting Kohli into the 11. Like this guy definitely had a crystal ball.
But I mean, I don't think there exists a single player who wasn't going to support Kohli. Surely, come on.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Well, except for the upcoming coach, but yeah.
Oh, do you not think so? Do you not think Mahela Jayawardene would support him?
Yeah, that I heard recently that it could possibly not be GG.
Yeah.
But did you guys see Gambhir has been formally released from KKR?
Oh, but same as Mahela. He also resigned from wherever he was coaching.
And Saurav Ganguly went ahead and said he should be the next Indian coach. So there's all the rumors and data to back Gambhir, but yeah, I would have felt Gambhir in the dressing room with Rohit and Kohli would have been quite a bit of a heated or.
I actually reckon it'll be all good. It was only that one time for that Naveen ul Haq they fought, but after that, I'm sure that they're all square now.
Yeah,
I even remember when Kohli first joined in one of the games, Gambhir won the Man of the Match award, and he gave that award to Kohli.
See, this is the thing. That was back in the day when Kohli got the name and fame. For example, right? Gambhir and Rohit, both of them were part of 2007 World Cup victory. Yeah. And then Gambhir's been kicked out of the squad what 6, 7 years ago. Rohit's still on.
Yeah.
And the same incident, right? Kohli played alongside Gambhir in the Delhi squad and in the national squad. Yeah. Yet Gambhir was never given or did not get that fame that he actually deserved. Yeah. So he was just sidelined, but Kohli is still on, and he's become a big name.
That's not on these guys. That's on Gambhir's PR team.
There are some comments from Gambhir that have come to surface after this whole thing, where he had there's this TV interview where he had a go at OG scriptwriter, saying, a guy who's never played a cricket is now sitting in a room and deciding who becomes the next superstar. So I don't know. I mean, it would have created more stress and dramas which would have had a direct impact on the performance.
So what you're saying is this will have direct impact on the Champions Trophy when or if Gigi joins.
I would say yes. I would say unless Gigi comes up with a different attitude. You know, he's the
like every team he's coached or mentored has done really well.
It
true,
is,
but true, but then you've got quite senior players who will butt heads, right? And that's the problem.
But surely that's the thing he has to solve and like work with, right? Because
I don't think Gambhir would have that patience.
Yeah,
he would go like in the middle of a game. He would go ahead butting into the field with like.
I'm already pissed off.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
feel like Gambhir would come through for the team. Like he'd know how to work with them.
Hopefully, you know,
a little hard to say.
Whom I would love to see as a coach, Sehwag.
Oh
man, you know the chill. I don't know. There was one of the.
He'll have the best press conferences. He'll have the best conferences.
He was mic'd up in the middle of a cricket game. He was batting and he was singing, and like I love that chilled out attitude. There were quite a few interviews that you hear about how Sehwag was. Like he gets out, he comes back to dressing room, and there's a "Arey, yahan pe chakka padna tha. Arey, ye bol ke chauka maar sakte the."
That's the thing, right? Do you think he could be strategic?
Possibly not.
I mean, it's a different. He's going to bring in a different vibe to the squad, right?
Like I reckon batting wise, he'd be so good. Even as a coach for all batters, he'd be so good because you pump them up with so much confidence. But as an overall coach, I don't know if he can be strategic. But again, I just speculating because we've never seen it as a coach anywhere.
But then, as an overall coach, Gigi versus Jay Wardner, minus the headbutting, like that they may have some with senior players, I'd still choose Gigi, right? Like the strategic, like easily. But then, it's just going to be that ego to manage.
I actually reckon he'll be all good. He'll be so good. I reckon Gautam Gambhir would figure out how to work with them. We just don't know for how long
they can. Yeah,
I just reckon if he's like I have to work with these guys up to a trophy, win or lose, they'll leave my team. I think he'll make it work.
Because at the moment, like India's got a bit of downtime, right? It's nothing major. It's this Zimbabwe tour with the next gen team. But then you're
touching a pain point already.
No, but like they're more as in the next series, which is against they've got a tour in Bangladesh. Bangladesh is coming over. That becomes a bit more important.
They're playing Sri Lanka in between.
Wow, how much cricket can they cram in?
Late July is 3 one-days, 3 T20s in Sri Lanka.
Wow.
Yeah, they've squeezed in a tour between Bangladesh comes in. So it's a jam-packed schedule.
Now, wait, are they all T20s in Sri Lanka also?
3 one-days and 3 T20s.
3 1-days and 2 T20s. Okay. And do you reckon they'll go full strength for Sri Lanka?
Yeah, I was going through some numbers, and India have very less number of one-day schedule between now and Champions Trophy. So they gotta go in with full squad. If I'm not wrong, they've got 3 with Sri Lanka. They probably have about 4 or 5 other games between after Sri Lanka tour and before Champions Trophy.
But like Dubai pitches are usually quite flat anyway, so we'd be all good.
It is.
If
I wouldn't say all good, but
if it moves up, But
sorry, what was that? Sorry, Chad?
Like Karachi, right? We want to play all the games in Karachi.
No, Karachi's not part of Dubai. What do you mean? No, you don't.
Shit, Raj, you've got some insights from OG scriptwriter already.
I feel like we all know what happened when Pakistan hosted the Asia Cup. Somehow all the games were in Colombo.
Pakistan, the host nation, but most games were played in Colombo.
I'll be surprised if India managed to tour Pakistan.
Yeah. Hey, bringing back to the T20 return of the champions. How good was the where Rohit Sharma was interviewed. Is it safe to say there was no one walking around in the garden after this T20 World Cup? Like, oh man, the way the whole stadium erupted after that set. Oh, just for Rohit Sharma itself. Right? Oh my God.
Like that whole ceremony was crazy. The people, all the players going in, the change of hats for Pandya.
Oh man. Have you seen that, you know, the walk around the stadium while the Vande Mataram was going on? Hardik was like this. I saw a remix or someone made this meme where first shot is John Cena trying to getting into a WWE ring, and he's like takes off his jersey and throws it. And then
the best part there was Bumrah in the back.
Yeah, Bumrah's reaction.
He cracked up completely on that.
That was so funny. Oh my God. But that experience to be there, like as we were saying, like I would have loved to be there because that's an experience of a lifetime. We've seen it a couple of times in like soccer, football World Cup, right? You know, a certain like Brazil winning or something like that, or Spain winning, and you have a reception like that. But I can't remember we've had it for Indian cricket like that.
2007 World Cup ball.
2007, 11 as well. After the 2007 was again return, so there was a huge welcome back.
They did the same thing, open bus going through the whole of Mumbai.
But I mean, back then, 2007, everyone were youngsters, and it was a different generation altogether. Dhoni just became a superstar after the win. But this one is, you know, return of superstars. You had Kohli, you had Dravid, you had Rohit Sharma, you had all the star players. This one, I loved this one. I would not be willing to stand on Marine Drive, but I would have definitely gone into Wankhede just to watch, be there, part of history.
Yeah,
I'll
still watch the live stream.
Sorry.
I'll still just watch the live stream.
So we have three different positions. So Raj is sitting at home and watching the live stream. Kai is somewhere in the stadium, and Randeep is on the tree and in the stadium.
The best part about that guy in the tree is I think Jadeja spots him on the tree also.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Surya Jadeja spots
and then he gets scared. He's like, "Wait, what?"
And his his shot got more views than anyone else's video.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
oh my God. Only if you put a small ad in there.
When you look at that Marine Drive, Drive, that's literally the whole of New Zealand on the road. I'm not even joking. That's the whole of New Zealand. That's like 5.something million people on the road.
Oh my God.
I think there was the Cricket Ireland or whoever tweeted that's 20 times our population just in that one photo.
Oh my God.
And everyone
that was
just
crazy.
Happy.
Oh my God.
Wow. All right.
Let's go to the other side then. The young boys going into Zimbabwe and getting a good humbling in the first game. Thoughts on that, boys? Thoughts on that? Everyone thought Abhishek Sharma was going to come in, open the bat, hit some sixes. Gill was going to stay on for the whole of 20 overs and no one was going to get him out. Rinku Singh was going to average the same as 80 that he did before.
I saw that role reversal. Pakistan, USA.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, right? Like while watching the highlights, overall, in the end, while watching it, I didn't feel like, yes, obviously it sucks they lost and everything, but I didn't feel bad for them. I'm like, that's okay, right? Because it's in a way brand new team who's playing international. Well, especially Shubman Gill, but rest of them all pretty much first game internationally as a team. I was okay that they lost for the first game. I because there's a lot of learning, and funny enough, in the second game, they did their homework.
Balance was restored.
But as in what I felt like, I think well, some of them were annoyed. They're like, "Oh, they lost against Zimbabwe." Probably Pakistan's media is going, "Oh my God, look at them." They lost, but the feeling was it was okay because it was their next gen team, first game together. you know, they're not in sync, they're not nerves, this, that, whatever it was. Like the overall feeling was, oh, it's okay. Like, yes, it's in Zimbabwe, like they lost against Zimbabwe, but again, I saw Zimbabwe, they played well also. But yeah, but then, you know, second game, they're like, oh, okay, we messed up here.
Yeah.
We go right click, fix, and we win.
For me, this series is real crucial for Washington Sundar. If he wants to retain,
we were talking
spot,
about that.
he needs to get at least like 2 good games with the bat out of the 5.
And continuing the good work with the ball as well.
Yeah, I mean that's a given already, but he needs that.
It was a good reality check. You know, things are at a level in IPL, and you just can't assume that every place is IPL.
No, but Washington Sundar couldn't even make place as a regular player in the 11.
Yeah.
So if he wants to stick around in the world cricket, I think he needs to perform here. Otherwise, he'll be picked back because there's so many left arm spinners that we have who can bat right now.
True.
That's true. He hasn't done too bad. Like he scored, I think, 27 or 30 runs, 34 runs from the first one. And he didn't obviously get to bat in the second one, but 4 overs for 28 and 1 wicket. So again, like as what you're saying, right? We've got all these options. So it's a start, but he just needs to have a good game to really solidify his position. I agree with you. I think this is quite important for him.
How good was Abhishek Sharma's innings in the second one? He, you know, in the post-match conference, he was like, I need the first ball to hit my bat and go to boundary, and then I know it's my day. Didn't happen in the first one, but he did not hold himself back, right? He pretty much played a similar shot, but this time it was timed so well that, you know, it didn't land in anyone's hand. I think that was just the start or a reality check that he needed. That I can now start hitting the ball.
What I don't get is it's the same ground.
Same pitch.
A different pitch. Or same pitch?
No, it's same pitch.
Same pitch. It's somehow become a batting paradise the next game.
Apparently they did not water the pitch after the game, so it was dry. And just the first one, the ball was holding on a bit because of a bit of moisture still in the pitch. The next morning, they didn't water the pitch until the next day, and straight away, Gill was like, all right, it's dry. But Raza wanted to bowl first. So essentially winning toss, India wanted to bat. They wanted to bowl. Got to bowl.
But they smashed them out of the park, right? Obviously, Shubman Gill didn't really do much. 100 from Sharma, 77 from Gaikwad, and 48 from Rinku.
8 sixes. How crazy is that? 8 sixes.
Yeah.
And then came that little man, Rinku Singh. 5 sixes just for 48 runs. 5 sixes.
Oh my God.
I'm pretty sure one of the sixes were like 100 and something meters.
Yeah. And these were all clean hits. These were, I think there was maybe one of them were a miss hit, but most of them were clear hits. And nothing, everything was outside the boundary road. And also there was sloppy fielding as well. Abhishek Sharma was dropped twice. Gaikwad was dropped twice, or, you know, a couple of catches at the boundary level. At least they could have stopped or pushed the ball in, but dropped the catch right at the boundary line, went to a boundary, etc. So there was, the fielding standards did drop in the second game.
To be honest, once you start getting smashed like that, I think any team, their shoulders will drop.
Yeah.
True.
That's true.
You know, the best part was Raza is their captain, 30-year-old superstar in their country. Yeah, the bowlers were getting smashed, but he was fielding in the boundary, and the entire crowd was grooving to music, singing, dancing. The commentators were, I'm sure these guys are watching some other game and not this game.
That's kind of the best part about like Zimbabwe, West Indies. Whatever's happening in the game, they're still having the best time.
There's always some sort of music playing. Like they bring the drums and everything. You know, it's a good vibe. It's a good vibe.
Yeah.
So thoughts on Khalil Lemon? Do you guys think he'll last long enough in the India 11?
I mean, when Khalil came to open the bowling, I was expecting a much more powerful impact. but Mukesh was consistently delivering in both the games. And then I'm like, Khalil was a traveling reserve for the T20 World Cup, and here you see Mukesh. So I think Mukesh did really, or exceptionally well, I should say. Bishnoi did pretty good. And Bishnoi was pretty good even on the field as well. You still had, the other players being a bit sloppy on the Indian squad. I mean, you look at the team that won the World Cup and their fielding standards, you always want to question the rest. So the fielding was not up to the mark for most of the players. Simple, easy stuffs were being let go of. But Bishnoi had a good day with ball. His googlies they just couldn't pick up. And then he was pretty good. He was catching pretty much everything that was coming his way as well.
To be honest, I think Bishnoi is like a combination of both Chahal and Kuldeep, where he can bowl quick and he's got the artistry with his wrists. He can bowl both ways. He can turn the ball, give it a good rip.
Yeah.
To see.
Looking at the way he was playing, I was thinking he's going to give. I mean, Kuldeep is a left arm, so he's he's got his unique skill set. Bishnoi has got head-on competition, compete with Chahal now, because both of them pretty much do the same. But I feel, looking at the way line and length and the arsenal that Bishnoi has got, he would be, a step higher than Chahal.
Can he bat? If he can bat. Because the downside of Chahal is he cannot bat. I feel like he weighs the same
Bishnoi
as the cricket bat. It will be hard.
Bishnoi is similar. That's probably whoever improves that then will get in the team. But Bishnoi we got 4 wickets in the first one and 2 or 3 wickets in the second one. Pretty good run.
So the other aspect of this team that's I think gone a bit under the radar for me was Jarrell being the keeper and not someone else.
They don't have anyone else.
Really?
They have Samson in the third or fourth.
What about the guy who scored a double handy in the ODIs? He's to open with RohitSharma. He played for the Mumbai Indians.
He wanted a break apparently.
From cricket, not from T20s.
Well, you get on wrong foot once, you're on the. There's no Shreyas Iyer in the squad, is there?
Well, I think Iyer is probably not there because what's it called? He's not young enough to be in this 11. He needs to be.
He's got a minty.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I felt Sanju Samson, who was a traveling reserve.
I think he joins him for this.
He's going to join.
He's joining for the next one.
So
to me, Ishan Kishan not being there, clear indication. If you don't stay with the team and follow the rules, you're out. You're out.
It's a good benchmark to set up as well. A good example. Poor guy, he's come under the fire, but if that's what the game demands, if that's what the team demands, you've got to stick with it, right? Shubman Gill, 2 games. Not so great. You expect big fireworks from him.
I mean, he did decent last game, right?
He did, yeah. First game was decent.
He stood on there, and if you saw his short shot here, he had that mean glance, timed it perfectly well. Maybe timed it too well, and forgot that there's no gap there. Yeah, it's like the guy didn't even have to move like a single centimeter.
Hit straight. Hey, stats guys just come back. Bishnoi, of 125 T20s that he's played, he scored 126 runs.
Wait, sorry, out of how many T20s?
125.
Oh, so 1 run average?
Yeah.
What more can you ask for? Come on.
So is that slightly higher than Chahal?
That's where Chahal edges up.
And the problem is, I think Bishnoi is a pretty bad fielder also. Like he's taken a few blinders, but when he takes those blinders, even he's like,
did I really catch this one?
Yeah, exactly. But outside of that, his ground fielding is pretty average. Whereas I think Chahal's maybe not too bad.
But would you so you're saying we're edging out Chahal a little bit?
So
I think they're both even right now. For now, they're both
come back with
Yeah.
Chahal's batting record in T20s.
Jeez.
Of 309 games that Chahal's played, he scored a whooping 75 runs.
Wait. How many innings? How many times do you get to bat though?
That's a good one. 42 innings, 79 runs
Okay, see?
compared
More
to
than a run now.
More
compared
than a
to
run. So he edges, yeah.
32 innings of Bishnoi scoring 129.
Oh,
It's a
Bishnoi
run
can
for
bat.
money.
Bishnoi can bat.
Bishnoi.
All right. Bishnoi can bat.
See, but that's the thing, right? Those things can be fixed on. They just need a bit more practice and maturity. Yeah.
And apparently Bishnoi has 3 sixes compared to 0 from Chahal.
Well, I mean, I don't
Bishnoi
think
is
Jahal's
solid.
been hard enough to actually try to six, right? Oh, but
I know.
do you know one player I would have loved to watch on this pitch? Rian Parag would have been a fun man to watch on this pitch.
He just
Like, imagine if Ruturaj didn't come and
Mm.
Rinku came one down and then Rian came after that. Oh,
It would be, yeah. I think he probably will get his chance, maybe in one of these upcoming 3 games. Maybe send Parag up after fall of first wicket.
Yeah. But let's see. We've got 3 more games to go. Let's hope they do decent and make good progress.
Oh, yeah.
For the next little bit, I think we've got to talk about the people that we've lost in terms of not coming back into international cricket after the T20 World Cup. I think Trent Bolt was one of them. I grew up watching him and I used to love everything he did with his left arm. I still remember when India came for one of the World Cups. Sorry, not the World Cups, for the one-day series. And actually even the World Cup, the 2015. Every time anyone came to open right-hander, this guy was a menace. With that in-swing on the pads, middle, gone.
Yeah.
He's been one of a leading pacer for New Zealand. He's had a lot of sting even in the IPL world as well. So, yeah, big miss for the game.
And outside of his bowling, he also used to come up with new shots. You've seen flamingo block. That's a great he can slog well, and he can block like a flamingo. Well done. But I mean,
he'll be missed.
Plus, I think in the IPL, he was one of the only players as a bowler who stuck to the one franchise. I think most of the time. I think
he's Rajasthan for most of
Rajasthan, pretty much. Yeah.
And then he got inducted into Mumbai Indians. Yeah.
Was he?
I think so.
I think, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. He would have. No, apparently he was part of Rajasthan, Delhi, Kolkata, Mumbai.
Oh, so all the teams except the one.
And Sunrisers. So he's
and Sunrisers.
He's had a stick.
Oh wow, he's actually been around the block. Okay.
But
he was not loyal to any team. No one liked him also because they all kicked him out. But he was always bought, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I think that's again one of those tricks, right? They get to retain only X number of players. They release them and then prize match them at the end. The other big is David Warner. He's finished up. He was only playing T20s, and he continued to play T20s just for this World Cup. So
didn't really have a huge impact.
There's also another crazy player. What? Like in his
career? No, as in not
Cup.
overall. No, not overall. No, not overall. Just no. Like in his prime when like he was killing it. We were all scared. Like, oh my god, this guy's in. This guy's gonna take. Oh my god, take the game away from us. That was always a fear. No, this World Cup.
Not just with his batting, right? Like even with his fielding, I think every game he saved at least 15 to 20 runs.
Yeah.
Every single game, and he would field at the most crucial spots.
Yeah.
Ground fielding to the max, massive arm, especially for a smaller guy.
Yeah, but I think he's got that big black mark of this whole sandpaper saga, and that is gonna. Yeah, every time there's a mention of David Warner, there's a sandpaper that gets tagged to him. But overall, an amazing player, aggressive. It reminds of Sanat Jayasuriya or Virendra Sehwag, the explosive stats.
And mindset, right? Like if he can see a boundary, he'll smash a boundary regardless of what scenario the team's in.
True.
And I think that's kind of one of the things that he said when he got his big double hundies, is that apparently it's the same mindset that Sehwag sort of helped him get into or something. It was just like, look, it's a test match. You can bat forever. You might as well just hit boundaries.
Get some runs. Yeah.
You definitely don't want Sehwag to talk to these foreign players about these sort of mindsets. But
fun fact about David Warner: in a year or two, maybe he'll be in a Telugu movie.
Yeah, I was gonna bring it up. He spent so much time in Sunrisers, Hyderabad. I'll get to his departure as well, but he's one of the most loved overseas players. And he's done so many of these trending TikToks, dances, and he's basically
the whole family. The whole family
picked up, and it's pretty fun. And he's done a couple of ads as well with the director of RRR, Bahubali, Rajmouli. So I don't know if you guys have watched it, but if not, I'll shoot you a link. But he's done some decent acting as well. And the lows for me, and I mean, I'm following Sunrisers Hyderabad for however long they've existed.
You mean when you're not following RCB, you're following Sunrisers, right?
No, I traded. I became a trader for Hyderabad for this season and picked up RCB.
Oh, I thought you were a diehard RCB.
No, I've just traded for this year.
Oh, just for this season.
I've always
wanted Kohli to like finish on a high. Right, okay.
Yeah, I've always been a Hyderabad right from Deccan Chargers in 2007 under Gilchrist. But yeah, the way he was shown an exit from the team, it was not great. And there was a whole controversy where apparently both of them blocked each other. So Sunrisers blocked David Warner blocked Sunrisers, and I'm like,
look at them. They're back in primary school. They're like, you don't talk to me, I don't talk to you.
Well, he just said Sunrisers had cooties. So it's all
one other Sunrisers player that we probably will not see much is going to be Kane Williamson.
Oh yeah. But I mean, he hasn't retired, right? He just said he's not going to take the Central contract. So I think whenever you need his services, he's like a hired gun now. If NZ Cricket needs him in a dire situation, Kane, just come in and give us a quick handy. Just let me come give you guys a
like Mendes.
Literally.
And I mean, for a national squad, you probably don't need freelancers. You want to have visibility, commitment, availability. So I mean, for me, if someone's declined a national contract, the feeling is going to be mutual. The country is going to probably invest that time on maybe Rachit, right? He's going to be one of your next superstars in New Zealand. So rather than trying to get Kane for just 1 or 2 games, invest on one of the other younger players, back them up to gain that match confidence. So
with a longer return,
exactly. I would
return out of.
I'd be surprised if New Zealand actually brings
Champions Trophy is so close. I'll be surprised if Kane Williamson's not in the squad.
Because
it's next year, right? Champions Trophy.
Yeah, February.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be very surprised if Kane's not in there. But yeah, I'm with you. On the regular, they should always have a set squad that they go to.
Other player who's just probably not in that huge limelight is Jadeja. That surprise announcement after Kohli did it as post match. Rohit did it in the press conference, and then a day or 2 later is when Jadeja announces. Calm.
To be honest, it's a good time for him too, right? Because T20, you've just like had this massive high, and you can kind of see that his T20 form's also sort of dipping down a little bit. So I reckon like it's a real good time for him to exit also, because we've got Washington there in the wings.
But would you
right now.
Yeah, that's the thing. I would give. He's more similar to, as in what who he replaces him is Aksa, as he went to Washington, right? Washington still may not make his mark and get in there, but I think Aksa is like nearly there, right?
Not nearly. I mean,
the only thing is we just need
he
Aksa
literally
to left arm.
outshined Jadeja this whole series.
Yes, the whole tournament. Yeah. Only thing we'll be missing is his arm and accuracy in hitting the wickets. Oh my god.
This year, the way Indian team was, key players were retiring, reminded of Australia's big players retiring at the peak of their form, not when their form. So, I mean, you had your likes of Marquardt, Steve Waugh, Shane Warne, McGrath, Bretley, everyone. Yeah, they were not kicked out of the squad. They essentially retired at the peak with that huge respect. I'm like, this Indian team now, over the years matured so much. They could retire without thinking much about, oh my God, if I move on, what's going to happen to the team there? So many players sitting in the bench, warming the bench for quite some time.
Yeah. I mean, Shivam Dube is already 30 years old. He's already in the second half of his
career. Yeah.
And we think he's just starting. So, I mean, it's good that people are retiring on their top so that other people can actually come in and make a mark on their own also.
It shows the whole change in the Indian team mindset. You had likes of Irfan Pathan, Parthiv Patel, Sachin Tendulkar himself thrown into the mix as young as 15, 16, and now Sky did his debut 28, 29, Dube doing at 30, 31.
Oh, true.
Cool. So the next little bit we have is what are we going to do in the next episodes, people?
If you've been watching our past few episodes, you would guess it right.
We've been promising.
We're gonna deliver to the promise. There's so much happening in the men's T20 World Cup and cricket arena. We're just waiting for the women's tournament or series against South Africa to conclude before we talk. So the next one's essentially going to be a full episode just dedicated to the India South Africa women's series so far.
And a little bit of discussion about the one T20 that would have happened.
We promise we're going to just talk about for 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and then we're going to do the whole episode.
How about we do the whole episode on the women's, and then we can add
a little sprinkle.
That's right. So I think at this moment the T20 series between South Africa and Indian women's. South Africa won the first one. The second game's washed out. So a nice little perk of having a whitewash across all series, I think, has slowly started to fade away. So we're going to have the next few games, and then we're going to do a deep dive into all of the amazing numbers that was scored.
Yeah. Cool. And also, please like, subscribe, and watch our older episodes. They might come on here or here. And then share the links with everyone you know, because we want more eyeballs on our videos.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool.
See you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.